New year, new wallet setup. I'm currently traveling in Indonesia, and these are all the credit cards I took with me on this trip and the cards that will be in my wallet for the first quarter of 2025. So I've organized this video into a few different categories of cards. The first one, the rotating category cards, then spending category cards, cards that I will use for certain credits or benefits on them, then a few miscellaneous travel cards I have in there, and then we'll talk about the welcome bonus cards. And I have to talk about these last because it's a little bit difficult to explain, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. So now the rotating category cards, and these ones change all the time depending on what they offer. So the first one, the Chase Freedom Flex, and in the first quarter of this year we have grocery stores excluding Walmart and Target, Norwegian cruise lines, I don't know how many people are going to be doing that one, and then fitness clubs and gym memberships, hair, nails, and spa services. So for me, this quarter is not very good for the Chase Freedom Flex because I won't be earning a lot of 5% cash back because I get a lot of my groceries from Walmart. So this one doesn't really apply to me too much, but the next rotating category card is a little bit better. We have the Discover It Cash Back card, and this one is going to be earning 5% cash back in restaurants, home improvement stores, and select streaming services. The good category, in my opinion, is restaurants, especially because the Discover It card has no foreign transaction fees. And so because I'm in Indonesia right now, previously I was in Australia, and I'll be traveling throughout Asia, well, I can use this card for restaurants if I want 5% cash back. So if I had to pick my favorite rotating category card this quarter, it would be the Discover It card, even though it only earns cash back and I can't use those points to travel. But speaking of travel points, we're going into the spending category cards right now, and we're starting out with the Capital One Venture X. I absolutely love this card when I'm traveling internationally because no matter where I am, I know that I'm going to be earning 2 times Capital One miles on every purchase. I don't have to worry about how that transaction is going to code. It's just a very simple setup. It's the first card that I automatically go to unless I think of a better one when I'm making a purchase. And the card just renewed for me last quarter, and so I have a brand new $300 annual travel credit to use through the Capital One portal. So I'll have to see what kind of deals I can find out there and if I want to use that on this current trip. Now moving on to another Capital One card, the Capital One Saver. I have this old design where it still says Saver 1, but it's the same card as the Saver, earning me 3% cash back in groceries and dining, and with no foreign transaction fees, I can also use this card when I'm traveling internationally. Then we have the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card for earning 3 times points on travel. So whether I'm taking a ride share in a foreign country or I'm booking a flight, a train, whatever, that's going to be earning me 3 times Chase Ultimate Rewards points. I absolutely love using this card. In fact, I just used it today to purchase luggage on a Philippines budget airline carrier where they said that my carry-on bag was too heavy, and so I had to just use this card to pay for a bag. Next up, we have 2 cards that I want to combine into one segment: the American Airlines Barclays Red Aviator card and the Hawaiian Airlines Personal card, also from Barclays. I got both of these cards mainly for the welcome bonus, where you just have to make 1 purchase, pay the annual fee, and you get 70,000 bonus miles on American Airlines and also on Hawaiian Airlines. So those were easy cards to get, and I'm using them right now because I don't feel like Barclays would really appreciate me only making 1 purchase on these cards and then just calling it a day. And so I feel like I need to make very small purchases on both of these cards just so Barclays sees that yes, I am making purchases on these cards. So maybe like $1, $2, $3 purchases. Instead of that going towards other cards in this video, I'll just put them on these ones to make Barclays happy. Then we have this Hilton Honors card with a no annual annual fee. I think this card is really great for a lot of people, but I just haven't found myself using this card very often. I'm currently trying to figure out what my hotel strategy is for 2025, and I think that I'm going to be spending a lot of nights in IHG properties, not Hilton's, and so I'm trying to figure out the best use for this card right now. Haven't figured it out, but I need it in my wallet in case I do want to make purchases on this card at Hilton properties or a few other categories. And speaking of IHG, I have two cards in my hand right now, the personal version of the IHG Premier card and the business version of the IHG Premier card. So if I ever need to purchase something from the IHG property, or if it's a cash stay, not with points, that doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does, well, then that card can be charged and I'll be earning 10 times points from that IHG property, including all of the points that I get from my IHG status and being a member. Those IHG cards are also in my wallet for the credits they bring. Every year, starting with your second annual fee payment, you will be getting an annual free night that you can use at IHG properties up to 40,000 points for that night. And so on this trip, I have used one of those annual free nights from the personal card, and I'm trying to figure out how to use my second free night from the business card. And speaking of hotel credits, we have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. My card is going to renew its annual fee in May of this year, and so I'm going to want to use that $50 hotel credit that comes on this card. I just have to go through the Chase Travel portal and then figure out a hotel I want to stay in. It could be 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights. I'm not really sure yet because I haven't found the right property, and then I can get $50 off of that stay. It'll just be a statement credit back to me in my account. And then I also have my wife's Chase Sapphire Preferred with me because the annual fee just hit a few days ago. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep this card open. I think the answer is yes, and so then I'll have another $50 hotel credit to use for her card. Then we have the American Express Business Gold card. I have one in Classic Gold and my wife has one in Rose Gold. We don't use these cards too much. I mean, the welcome bonus was so massive it was hard to resist not getting them at 150,000 AMEX points, but now that offer has actually increased and you can find one for more than 150,000 points. These cards come with a $20 flexible business credit for every month that I can use. I mainly sometimes use it for Grubhub. It's just a nice little treat once a month. Well, we have 2 cards, so I guess twice a month, but I don't know if I'm actually going to be making it home in time for the end of January, and so I might end up losing the credits for this month, but oh well, I guess I can use them in February and March. And then we have the United Business card. This one is in my wallet because we have lounge passes to use up. We have 2 United Club lounge visits to use before this annual fee renews. I believe that's happening in March. But my problem with this United Club lounge access is that I have too many cards in my wallet to have access to Priority Pass lounges, Centurion lounges, and Capital One lounges, that every time I'm in an airport where I could go to the United Club lounge because I'm flying United, I end up just going to a Priority Pass lounge or something similar to that because I want to save the United Club lounge if I'm ever in somewhere like Chicago O'Hare, where they just don't really have any good lounges there. And so I haven't used this up and it may end up going unused. We'll have to see what happens about that. Then another card I have in my wallet for the credits and benefits is the American Express Platinum card. This one is really going to be a solid card for me in Q1 because it gives me a ton of statuses and a ton of credits. The first one being the Fine Hotels and Resorts credit. It's $200 every calendar year, and I just used up the 2024 credit to stay in this hotel. I'm at the Mandarin Oriental in Jakarta, Indonesia, and this hotel wasn't too expensive at all. It came out to $214.05, and then I got a $200 statement credit back to me. So really, I'm staying in this really nice property for basically $14.05 if you want to look at it that way. Of course, you got to value in that annual fee somewhere. But I do get other perks from this AMX Platinum card, like lounge access that I'm going to be using all throughout the year. And there's the airline incidental credit that I will be using for United Airlines. That's going to be $200 for this calendar year. And it just has other perks like the Uber cash credit that I don't know if I'll be able to hit in January because, like with the AMEX Business Gold cards, yeah, I might not be back in the country before the end of January to be able to use up those credits. Now we have the miscellaneous travel cards before I get into the cards that I'm earning a welcome bonus on this quarter. So of course I gotta have the global entry card with me. And then another miscellaneous travel card I have is the Fidelity Cash Management card. I use this for all ATMs internationally, and I get reimbursed from any fees that the ATM charges me, and so that is extremely nice. And then we have a Chase Business Debit card. I just use this as a backup for that Fidelity card, but I've never had to use this as a backup. Now on to welcome bonuses, and I'm a little bit nervous to share some of these cards because I haven't talked about it on the channel yet, and so hopefully you guys will watch the videos that I talk about these cards in. I think that you will. You've already stayed up to this point in the video, so I think you'll be interested in some of these videos I post next. So number one, we have the Alaska Airlines personal card. I haven't even taken the sticker off yet. I got this card right before I left for my trip, and I was just like, I gotta go. Don't know why I haven't taken that off, but it's still on there. So that one is going to be earning me a welcome bonus of 80,000 Alaska Airlines miles for spending $4,000 in the first 90 days. Now, this one is interesting because that was a targeted offer, so you most likely will not get that offer publicly. But if you go, I actually didn't know this, but this card has a referral link. I didn't know this before I applied for the card, but if you go to the referral link I have in the description, you can actually get a limited time offer of 70,000 Alaska Airlines miles for spending $3,000 in the first 90 days. And you also get Alaska's famous companion fare. I love Alaska Miles, that's why I got the card, and I believe Alaska Miles might be the best airline currency to have, so if you don't want any more Chase or AMEX points, Capital One miles, then this is a really nice pickup. This next one is a cashback card, the US Bank Triple Cash card that I also haven't taken the sticker off of. This is something that I really wanted because my business had a lot of purchases coming up and for December and January, and so I figured I wanted to get this card for the $750 cashback bonus for spending $6,000 in the first 6 months. Yes, this card is not going to be earning travel points, but it's an easy $750 discount for the purchases that I was already going to make anyway, and so I'll definitely take that. So hopefully when I post videos about the Alaska card and the US Bank card in the future, you guys can act all surprised and say, wow, congrats on getting approved, because you guys already know that I did get approved. And now the next welcome bonus card, the AMEX Blue Business Plus. This one is in my wallet for a special reason because I got targeted through my email for an offer for 25,000 AMEX points for spending $6,000 in the first 4 months. Not a great offer, but I did have more business spend to put on other cards. I figured why not get another welcome bonus, and this one was a no lifetime language offer, and so even though I've already had the Blue Business Plus and I still have it in my wallet, well, I could just get a second one and another little welcome bonus. And then something I don't think I talked about on this channel was that I got approved for another Chase Inc. Unlimited card, and this one came with a welcome bonus of 90,000 Chase points when I spent $6,000 in the first 3 months. That offer is no longer available. I applied for this one in November, and I'm just finishing up the minimum spend on this one. It's been a really busy past couple months. I have a ton of videos to film, so many ideas, and so I haven't actually been able to inform you guys that I got another Chase Inc. card, but I've been getting so many cards lately. It's been absolutely crazy, and so I hope that you subscribe to stay tuned for more videos coming on this channel, and I hope you liked my 20 card setup that I have. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.